really don't think people would laugh at you. I really don't.
I'm pretty hideous. Right?
He's hideous. And this is Jill for today. Well, the director is here. You shake your arm. There you go.
Hello.
Did digress.
I am currently applying a screen or cream to my face to deal with some precancerous spots, and I've got 14 days of this, during which my face gets extremely red and peels, so I am not exactly camera ready right now.
Well, you know what I find interesting about it, and I don't know how many maybe of you, if any of you have had this treatment, we'd be interested to know what your experience was. But he is putting it in these areas that the doctor has seen as being trouble spots, and it is not affecting anything else, but I mean, because it's getting on other areas of his skin, of course, but you can see where these trouble areas are.
Yeah, I didn't realize there were so many of them.
I didn't either. It's pretty scary, but it's pretty bad right now.
The medication is fluorouracil, and I guess it's quite common. My brother-in-law, who spent a lot of his work life in the sun, is having to undergo the same treatment.
Oh, he's had so many Mohs surgeries.
Anyway, I probably will not be on camera for the month of January.
Yeah, probably so. But I love you anyway.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, and the other problem, of course, is we're just not sleeping again. We were up this morning at 3:30.
What is that?
You know, I have this thing now where I wake up, we'll go to bed maybe 10ish, what about there? And I'll wake up at midnight or 12:30, and I will be up from midnight until maybe 3 o'clock. And then I fall back asleep, and I sleep no longer than till 6. I don't sleep in till like 10. But so sleep here has been just horrible for us.
I just had a revelation.
What's that?
This is our signature glass of wine, and we don't have anything.
No.
Not even fruit juice.
Not even fruit juice.
Okay.
So, speaking of sleep, now the other night,
Well,
honestly, I don't know how these things happen. We're asleep, right? Were you awake?
yes.
Were you watching TV or something?
No.
No.
Somebody woke me up talking to me.
So, I don't know when I became aware of the fact that he was talking to me, but I was talking about the Kennedy feeling. Kennedy, as in the Kennedys. The Kennedy feeling. And of course, he's talking to me while I am asleep. I think it was kind of...
I'm asking her if she's awake, and she's telling, oh, yes, I'm awake.
And he said, well, what is this Kennedy feeling? And I'm going, what did I say? It was really insane.
All cozy and happy and snug. And
Oh, my God.
my next wife will be saying,
And I did say, I think at one point, yeah, the Kennedy, I understand the Kennedy feeling. I have no idea where they came
this
from.
conversation went on for about 10, 15 minutes.
I don't think about the Kennedys. I don't know where they came from, but he told me this, and I was just laughing because I thought that was so bizarre.
She had no idea what I was talking about. So
No, I said, the Kennedy feeling, what is that? So now we're kind of using that as kind of our little, thing. So we had yesterday, we went out. We decided we were going to have lunch out. We've been kind of cabin crazy here and have been inside pretty much all week because the weather's been rotten. And he says, let's go to lunch. And he says, I want to take you to this little restaurant we go to. And it's about a 45-minute drive,
At least.
And I said, I don't want to go all the way over there for lunch. Let's go to this Chinese restaurant. So we started to go to the Chinese restaurant. No, that didn't work out. So we said, let's go to another Chinese restaurant. We went in there. It smelled amazing, but it wasn't what we wanted. It was a hot pot kind of place.
Yeah.
Hot pot. What about Mexican? No Mexican. All of a sudden, here we are again. We are cruising for food.
It's a long, well-established tradition. I think that gets started.
It's terrible.
What was it, when Alan was born?
Yes, Alan was born.
Jill's sister was in the hospital awaiting the birth of her second child. And the guys all piled into the car, and we went out. This was...
oh my gosh,
No, it was a holiday, too.
It was Thanksgiving.
Oh, it was
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. And we had nothing prepared.
No.
And we went out and we cruised for food. I think we finally ended up at a 7-Eleven.
And they got stuff to make pizza. But this was way back when you didn't find a store open on Thanksgiving at all. Now, of course, a lot of stores are open.
Every store is open.
So we call this cruising for food. And we go, we are aimless. And I said to him, had we decided to go to that place that took 45 minutes to get to, we would have been almost done with lunch. We must have driven around 2 hours.
But we would have had a much better quality of lunch.
We would have.
What we're finding is that, to go out and spend $50 on lunch
just
is
awful.
not something two retired people want to do.
I resent it anyway.
Yeah, unless it's a great lunch.
Yeah.
And we're finding fewer and fewer restaurants to go to
Yeah.
where they're consistent and the food is good, and it just makes sense to stay home and prepare it yourself. You know where it came from, what
who's
the quality
cooking,
of it
me,
is.
germophobic
Yeah.
thing, it's like, so we ended up at a Chinese restaurant that we had talked about going to a number of times.
Well, we had reservations before we went there, and I don't mean for seating, but
No. terrible.
any restaurant that has 2,500 items on their menu, you're asking for trouble.
And they did. I mean, it was just like page after page after page of
It's kind of like reading the phone book.
Oh, it was just terrible. Anyway, the food was horrible.
The food wasn't horrible. It was just really, really average.
Okay, I'll give that to you. It was average.
Or
But
low average.
By the time we got to this restaurant, first of all, we had been arguing in the car about this. I'm never gonna do this again. I'm never gonna go cruising for food. All this back and forth stuff. So by the time we get there, we're absolutely starving to death.
We did tell them about the pizza parlor experience, didn't we?
No. This was before our, we're gonna toe the line here. Healthy eating. It's for the first of the year.
We've been having a lot of bad days recently. So we were having one of our bad days, and we decided to go out to this little pizza parlor. Go there. We've been there many, many times.
Mm-hmm.
So we go there. We order the same pizza we always do, and we order it well done because we like the crust well done. So they bring us the pizza, and it's not what we ordered.
It's not the pizza we ordered.
So we go tell them, and they take the pizza back. And rather than make us a new pizza, they just put the additional toppings on and refired I guess they refired it. That's hard to believe. Because when it came back, it was limp and
horrible.
oily, very oily.
It was terrible.
So we went to the lady at the counter, who at the time did not know it was the owner. And
but we interact with her all the time.
Yes, always very nice. We've always had great service there. And we explained the situation, and she said, well, the outside crust may be a little maybe brown if we do it. And we said, fine, we'd like the pizza the way we ordered it. So they take it back and refire that same pizza a third time and burnt the you-know-what out of it and bring it back to us. And we said, well...
it was fossilized.
Yeah, we ate a little bit of it, got a to-go box, and left. And we got home, and both of us said, you can't taste anything except burnt.
Yeah.
And we don't want to waste the calories on a bad pizza. So we threw it in the garbage.
Didn't even get into the house. Right in the garbage can.
Yeah, in the garage. And then I went online to their website, and there was, you were given the opportunity to send them an email with feedback. So I did, and I recounted the whole process to them. One thing that was interesting is after they brought that pizza the third time, nobody came by our table to say, everything okay? Is the pizza okay?
Yeah.
So I recounted the whole thing in my email. Within 10 or 15 minutes, I had a phone call from the owner, the gist of which was, it was my fault for ordering a special pizza, and I had their poor little waitress in tears because of my email.
It's all our fault.
And she didn't know what to do to make good on it.
She kept saying, I don't know how to fix this for you.
Well, the way to fix it would be to say, I'm not going to run through your credit card charge, and you come in next time and have a piece on us. Well, finally she got around to, well, the next time you come
Yeah.
in, we'll just comp you the pizza, and if I'm not here, you just tell them and they'll make good on it. Well, there won't be a next time because we're not going back.
Well, as I told him, and she's a very nice woman, and I think we insulted her. We did not know that she was the owner. We thought she was a hostess.
But
She's
how
there.
did we insult her?
I think because we said the waitress or the.
I said the hostess.
And I'm the
am I
owner.
supposed to know
of
if she's
course,
the owner?
we don't know.
But the point is, rather than make us a new pizza,
I agree.
they attempt to cook that same pizza three
times.
And then nobody came over to find out if it was
she's right
okay.
there. She could see it. The thing is, I think she's got super poor people skills and management skills as far as taking care of a problem. I mean, it's not like a big problem to make. I'll make you a new pizza. I mean, and the fact that we had put her waitress in tears. We did it. Okay.
The waitress didn't cook the pizza.
No.
She just delivered it.
Are we ready to move on?
I think so.
Okay. So yesterday, of course, we did the cruising for food. We come home, have a bad meal, okay meal, to a letter from from our water department. And we have this field out here, or green belt, that I know many of you who've been watching from the beginning know that it had a beautiful grove of trees. They took those all down, and the property
Right down to the ground.
Oh yeah, right down the ground. And it's been growing up over the last 4 or 5 years of just the remnants. They have volunteers come out, so it's been kind of wooded again. And we knew the property had been purchased by the water department, and there had been some rumors that this water project was going to go through, and they were going to use this property to run the pipeline through. Put it down, bury it, and move on.
If only it were a pipeline.
So we get this letter yesterday. They are going to take this piece of property, which is just a little over an acre, isn't that correct?
If that, yeah.
And they are building a pumping station, a fluoridation center thing, and of course pipelines. And it is right outside our window. When I say it's right outside our window, it's right outside our window. And every room in our condo here faces onto this property. And it's going to start being under construction. And of course, you get all these community meetings, like that's going to make a difference. They're going to start tearing property here probably spring. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not moving. I'm not moving.
Yeah, fortunately, we are at this part of this project where it's the road in. It's not actually the pumping station. Still, it doesn't help your property values at all. And they say that the noise will be minimal. And they send us this map of all these beautiful trees that they're going to plant.
It'll be a screen for you.
And yeah, so we're going to the informational meeting on the 30th. And I'm going to ask them exactly how big these trees are going to be when they plant them. Is this a picture of the trees after they've grown up in 20 years? And I'm going to tell them, I'm 73 years old. I don't have that much friggin' time to wait for those trees to grow up. Anyway, that was what we came home to yesterday.
And we have this 2-year plan we've talked to you about. We may move in 2 years. We're going to stick it out here for 2 years. So, and then rent, sell a place off and go someplace and rent where we want.
And use the equity we have in that house.
So I get this call this morning from my brother, and they have a house in a very beautiful location, which we like very much.
Very near Mount Shasta in California.
Beautiful spot. And they have had this house, and they've been trying to sell it. And it's just, they keep hitting the market wrong. And they've done an extensive renovation on this house. So he, out of the blue, calls this morning. I mean, I talk to him all the time. But out of the blue says to us, we kind of were thinking, would you like to rent our house? That way, we don't have it sitting idle. I don't have to try to sell it. You guys could, keep your condo and rent it out if you want or whatever. And you guys could live here. We know how much you like the area. Well, thank you.
And he offered it at a dirt cheap
rental. So now this man over here, this crazy-faced guy,
We've been talking about living in a smaller town.
Yeah, it's a small town.
Forever, and it's treed. It's
beautiful.
got a river that goes through town.
Yeah.
I checked out, there's a hospital
Good hospital.
And a cancer center.
Yeah.
Within 10 miles of there.
Yep. I think Tony said 6 miles.
6 miles.
Yeah.
The hospital is well rated. I checked that out. The head of the cancer center is a Harvard Med School graduate, and it would.
And this we could get. We're thinking about it. We're just toying. We're just toying with it. We're not going to talk about it anymore today, are we?
Probably not.
All right.
Or maybe.
Okay. Okay. I think that's about it.
But remember, we had asked you, the Jill Verde audience, to send us ideas about nice places to live.
Somebody did. They just don't watch my channel.
We didn't expect it to be her brother that came up with the idea, but
gosh.
Anyway,
so that's that. But other than his face and now this thing with the pumping station and all of that, we'll get through. And my brother, we'll think about it. Who knows? But other than that, everything's good. Everything's good. It's going to be very cold here. We're going to have some snow next week. I want to remind you all to start sending your recipes in. I've had a number of people send recipes. A lot of them are bread recipes, which of course he said he wants to start baking bread, so that's a good thing. You have lots of bread recipes to start on. I've got a couple of really interesting ones that Bob has sent us.
I want to start distilling bourbon too, but I think it's illegal.
It is illegal. All right, sweetheart, is there anything else?
No, just my face is our big news. Yeah. Sent my picture. A picture of my face to my sister, who loves me, and her response was, "Yikes!"
Yeah. Well, actually,
I told her I looked like I'd been in a fight with a badger and lost.
You look like.
It's not good.
No, it's not. But that's okay. I love you anyway, and we'll get through this together. All right, are we done? Oh, I hate to say that. Everyone says, "Don't say that."
Was there anything else?
No, I was going to just say that my women's videos are starting to pick up a little interest, so I'm going to continue those. And we broke a glass this morning as we were doing dishes.
No, I broke a glass.
Well, what's really exciting about it, I said, oh no, we got that glass at Crate and Barrel. They were inexpensive, just open stock glasses. I said, oh no, we broke a glass. We're going to have to go back to Crate and Barrel to get glasses. It's like the mother lode of kitchen stuff.
You wanted an olive oil mister anyway.
I did. Mine finally died, so I need a new one. All right, that's it. Thanks a lot for watching. Tell your friends, subscribe. We hope you like our channel.
We're not really exciting, but...
not today. It's kind of dull, but that's all right. Okay, everybody.
But you can't have a winner every day.
You can't. No, you can't. I'm going to have to cut, paste on this one. We love you guys. See you all later. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Have a nice weekend.